Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Options Blender live stream, 1:30 in the afternoon Central Standard Time, 2:30 Eastern Time. Currently looking at a lot of crazy stuff. I see a little volatility enter the market since I stepped away for about an hour or so. Huge V recovery with the sell off there, strong rebound, and now we're powering up. XLF, I just want to look at the kind of re-get my bearings here. XLF on the uptrend there, not giving anything back. XLB and E are doing quite well. I've been raging all morning. Very nice, very nice. XLF, Peter puttered about right here, and now it's kind of in this little uptrend here. Right here, kind of things going up. This EMAs are separating to the upside here and just looking a little strong. I'm going to go to the 5-minute. And then SPY is starting to follow suit. I don't have much confidence in this. I'm not going to lie. One would surmise that you could take calls here, but not necessarily something that gives me the warms and fuzzies. Good stuff here. If you have any questions that you've thought of since the morning session, please throw them in the Discord or shoot them at me, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Yes, I need some WD-40 for my chair. I'm going to have to spray this thing down. If you haven't noticed already, I just linked up the Patreon account with our Discord, so it automatically assigns as a role and does all the fancy stuff, the magic behind the scenes that when you subscribe. So you instantly get the roles of the shout out of having a nice little gold tag next to your name. Good stuff. Good stuff. Just looking through here. Big green candle on the 5-minute chart coming up. Big old buying power coming in to the SPY. I love it. What I would like to do, since I'm not trusting calls too much, is just going to come up here, touch this little line. I load up on puts, and this thing goes wah right down. That's what I'd like to do. And that's what I'm going to be watching to do. Beautiful. Look at Whittler Coley down there. %10 gain today. $3,000 made today. Nicely done, Whittler Cody. Nicely done. That is how you get it done right there. That's how you make money. Consistency, day in, day out, every day. You grind that out until one day you can add a 1 beside that 3. And then you can add a 0 beside these zeros over here to the right. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. If you're not in the Discord, you should go ahead and join. Get in there. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Great area for learning, teaching, asking questions. Having a little bit of fun when it calls for it. Or when it puts for it. But just kidding. Good afternoon, y'all. Thanks for posting in the YouTube chat. And thanks for being here. If you want to fight out this session, I'm only going to be on here till about 2 p.m. my time, which is about 27 minutes from now. Have to hop on and start recording the first episode of the podcast. I got to get that done. I am on it. So even though, I mean, you got XLF testing the top range, I may take puts here. What's the Q doing? Let's take what the Q doing. Q's still staying out here. It's rounding out at the bottom. What's volatility doing? I'm going to check volatility. Volatility is tanking, which is why we kind of got this little uptrend here. It's currently at, it was up, what, 14% on the day? It's now up 10. And we're at 28.8 right there on, no, 26.7 on the VIX. So, stand by here. I'm still leaning towards puts. I don't get the warm and fuzzies for a bullish setup here. Yeah, you can make some scalps, but I made my scalp. I made my good play. I had my one scalp, so that's 2 plays in the day. If I'm going to take a third play, I want the warm and fuzzies. And right now, it's telling me puts. Like, I just need to confirm. Now, I don't want to be biased into a position. I don't want to back myself into a position because I'm biased. But here's what I'm looking at. XLF is a financial sector. The volatility is down. The financial sector here is now, take a look at this. Horizontal line. You got right at this top level. So we've now peaked. We're not quite to Friday's highs, which is fine. But we've got this. Now we've gapped down. We filled the gap again from this morning. And now we're about to roll over from a triple top on this thing. So we're looking at it and we're rejecting. Now coming down here, I want to switch to the 3-minute chart real quick. Not the 33, the 3. There you go. A little bit of rejection here. And then the 1 minute. 3 minute. So, although we did pop through the morning trend line and pop back up, we're still having trouble making any headway. And we're still in this little... No, that's not what I wanted to do. So we're still in this downward price action here. And this is what I'm looking at. What's XLF doing? XLF is going to roll. You know what? I think XLF is going to continue to roll. I'm close on puts here, and I've got pinged up puts. Yeah, that's not good right there. I don't want that. Let's do for that. So I'm going to ping up 419, 413 puts. I'm sorry, May 19th, 413 puts. All right, so that's getting a rejection here. Hold on, almost in, and I'm in right there, 187. So, hold on, let me post this in the room real quick, and then I'll get back into explaining. 419, May 13, not 12, May 13 puts. In at 187, there we go. So I'm looking at rejection at the top of the trend line here on the XLF. And then, nope, I'm not waiting for that. I'm going to play the scalp coming on down. I want the rejection of the XLF wanting to roll. And that's what I want to keep on rolling. XL and the SPY is now bouncing down, which is fine. That's what I want to do. And my target price right now, what I get, 187? Yep, times 1.1205 is 10%. We're already almost there. All right, I'm not going to hold these long. This is my third position of the day. I'm very happy with any gains I can get out of this. I'm not going to be greedy. My finger is on the buy. We're out currently at $2 right now. My finger's on the sell button. Let's see what XLF is doing. Currently at $2. I want this thing to fall. All right, XLF is bouncing and rolling. I want that to keep on going. Come on, baby. I do not want to see a green candle buy this thing up. I'm watching closely. I'm not going to be greedy on this. Third play of the day. I'm in and out. Easy peasy. I see some green forming. I see some green forming. I'm seeing what this green candle does. Right here. Let's see what the other sectors are doing. That's starting to roll itself. QQQ is getting a little bit of green, same thing as SPY. it's trying to sell off here. See, this ADMA wants to cross down. I'm watching the financial sector roll. I want this thing to turn down. I want the 8 to pop through. Come on, baby. That's what I'm looking for. Good stuff. I usually pick my DTAs a little further out and pick lower deltas because I'm new to day trading. I'm seeing all this fat gains make fun of mirror just to mirror you closely. Here, you know, my first DT was longer. I'm taking a 2 DTE. Hold on. Stand by. I don't want to yap my balls or my head off here and lose a position. So stand by. I'm going to watch this one. I've got 2 green candles in a row here. Well, that's the one. I don't be looking at the one. This is the SPY. SPY 3 minute, still looking bearish. Still looking bearish. XLF, what's it doing? If I see any more strength coming into on the charts, I'm out. So let's see. SPY 3 minute. I don't want to see this green candle go at all. Like I said, I'm not being greedy at all. I'm scalping this play. This was just a good setup. I saw the rejection off the top trend line of the XLF. And now I see a little too much strength coming into this. And I'm out. Come on, you kidding me right now? Another little matte green. That's crazy. Excellent, excellent. All right, well, whatever. It is what it is. You know, on the 3 minute chart, I saw a little too much green come there, but whatever. You know, another win. I'll take it. Small win. But it would be a better play there. Still could sell off, though. I'm sure it will now that it closed the position, but whatever. Did power hour begin early or something? Yeah. Ooh, yeah. All right, let's see here. Out. 1.9, unfortunately. Minuscule gain again, but hey, I'll take it. Now it's back up to 1.97. Awesome. All right, what was the trend line? The main thing you put. Because I saw the 80 across with 21. Well, that's the thing, because I'm watching this trend, and the XLF is bouncing off of it. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Once I saw this price action here, I saw a little bit of red form. I saw the 8 start to curl just a little, and I'm taking a scalp. Now, remember, these are scalp plays. What you're talking about, Nerdy Midget, you're talking about something that's more of a long-term play. Like if I want to hold it for an hour, or if I expect a bigger 10, 20, 30% gain on a downer trend, I'll play that. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for all these things coming into play, but I'm looking for just a quick scalp in this range. This is the range here that I want to play scalps on. So when I see this thing pop, I want to watch this thing roll and then take the SPY with it, which is exactly what happened. Unfortunately, this one bounced right off the bottom of the range, and that's where we're sitting now. I don't have the warm and fuzzies to hold this thing because I don't want to get waylaid by a bunch of green. I'm not interested in taking a loss on a stupid little scalp. So I'll hold into a loss if it's a more confident play, but I'm not taking a loss on a scalp. So that is my thesis. Let's see. What do we got? Jumped right to put for OM, but I did there. Out 160. Nice. Nicely done. Beautiful. Currently consolidating right at the range, right at the bottom. All right, so this is the 3 minute chart, 5 minute chart. I was hoping for a little bit more downside there, a little bit more aggressive movement, which it did, but you know, is what it is. Hey, I'm copying your trades on paper trading, learning the options. First trade was 19% gain. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is just the start of a long, long relationship between you and winning. I hope you two can become mutually exclusive or together, whatever that means. Quick scout for lunch today. OM beat me by 2 seconds. That's right. That's that crystal ball. That crystal ball gains you that 2 seconds, right? I'm just kidding, Toad. Well done, buddy. Well done. I wish I would have filled at 196 like you did. Well done. So what's that? My third trade of the day? Third trade of the day. So yeah, you know, scalping's fun and all. I want to make some money. And look at this thing. Falling again. Falling again. Rejection only 8. Yep, it's going to go lower. It's going to go lower. What's XLF doing? That one is staying at the top of the range. What's the VIX doing? VIX is 11%, so slightly falling. Man, I don't know. There's a lot of support here. Let's look at this. Let's look at this 1 month chart, and let's unmute this baby. Look at that. Look at all this support, this volume right here. The support just engulfed on the 1 month chart here. Here, look at this. I mean, give me this horizontal. Oh, yeah, we already did it. Okay. So look at this. I mean, look at all this. Look at all the price basing right here at the top. All this action right here. It's just, it loves this range. It loves this range. And here we are staying all day right inside this, the lower end of this range. It just glued to this 414 number. So now I'm looking here. I'm probably done for the day, unless I see a big move come to play. That's 2 scalps in a row. I'm tired of these little gains. I'm not even gonna mess with them. So, VIX is on the climb. I made 50 bucks thanks to OM. Yeah, buddy. Nicely done. Great job. Great job. If you made some good money today, post them in the testimonials room. Let people know how you doing. How you doing? What's the gray bar to the right indicating? These things right here. That is the volume profile. Volume profile. That tells you volume at price. I hope that's what you're asking. I think that's what you're asking. These things here. Yep. So this tells you the volume at a certain price. This one's at 37.85. Well, this is the XLF. So I'll let you hear. So here, this is the price at 417.01. There's not much resistance to support here. Nothing there. A big old support right here at 414.37. This line right here. Can't seem to break it. Don't overtrade on chop days. It's tempting. It's tempting to trade on chop. These little blep, 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 blep. It's tempting to chop in there and play these swings, but it's a little unpredictable. You just, as long as you're not greedy, you can be pretty successful at it. You just got to learn to take smaller gains when you're playing chop and then save your big gains for trend days. So this is a trend day. This is where you make your big money. These are chop days. This is where you take your small profits. Booyah, booyah, booyah. So does a large volume indicate a swing in the opposite direction? Not necessarily. No, this is where the volume is at, total volume. So you've got a lot of support and resistance right here, a lot of buyers and sellers. So that's why this price is glued right here. Nobody wants to take it away from it. The price is always coming back to this line. All right, here's the afternoon session range. For those asking, I know someone just asked me the question: do you redraw afternoon lines? So this would be the afternoon session, which would be noon and beyond my time, 1 o'clock your time. How do you handle the wash sale rule? How do I put this? I don't really pay much attention to it. I know it sounds, like I'm beating my own chest, but I have so few losses, it doesn't really affect me all that much. If you're taking loss after loss after loss, you got to be very careful. So you can dig yourself in a big hole. So that is the afternoon range that I'll be bouncing off of for the remainder of the afternoon. Let's see where this thing goes. I'd like to watch the morning range. Morning would be the orange, and then I'll do the afternoon in the green. Let's see. I know you don't like GME, but did you see it today? I did not see it today. Let's see. Holy crap. This is why I don't trade this nonsense. This is a bunch of This is a $4 stock, and this thing's trading at. Never mind. I'm not even going to talk about it. It's a bunch of nonsense. It's in the past. All right, what do we got? The close up or down your sentence based on your indicators. I would say down. But whichever. Look at this thing bouncing all over the place. It's nuts. Look at this thing. So volatility just took a big dive off the cliff. SPY is rocketing past the afternoon range. And we'll see where we go. Do you take order flow into account when trading? Yes, I do. Only if it's egregiously skewed one way or the other, and there's a huge amount of volume, I'll take it into consideration. Absolutely. Well, I don't like it. I don't like the stock. So SPY is throwing a lot of craziness action in today. Green, baby. Green. Let's look at XLF. What are we doing here? Still climbing. Still climbing up. Can you explain order flow in simple terms? Yeah, order flow is like we use Titan Flow to monitor order flow, and that's basically the size and amount and details of the calls and puts coming into the chain. So if you see $10 million in SPY puts, you got to look at what the strike is. You got to look at what the expiration is to kind of see what the market is thinking. And then you kind of dial down into a little deeper. You look at the block orders, and based on sentiment, like you look at the ratio to calls to puts. So do you have $30 million in puts versus $5 million in calls, or $100 million, or whatever the skew is, whatever it's skewed, and you look at that, and you formulate a strategy off of that. And it takes a little experience to kind of figure out, all right, is that a hedge, or is that an actual trade that someone's betting against the market going down? So. Titan Flow is a good app to download. I highly recommend it. You can get a free version, a free profile, which is just you look at the high level data. You don't actually dive. You won't be able to look at the small details of it, but definitely highly recommend getting it. It's an awesome app. I look at it. One of the first things I do every morning is to look at that, just to kind of get my first sentiment of what the market's doing. Exponentially more volatile than what OM does. What is it? What are you talking about, Howard? What's more volatile? Gee, what's he saying? All right, I don't know what he said. Oh, 0 DTE. Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, so let's see here. What is this? I'm going to give a little live teaching action. Actually, no, I can't because I'm about to jump off here in a few minutes, so I don't have time. But anyway, yeah, I really want to talk. That seems to be a very main topic. It's a very main topic here. So like people are talking about 0 DTE versus 2 DTE or 3 DTE. So 0 DTE, like when people do zero, they're only thinking about the profits. You're not thinking about the losses. You could bust out a 30 or 40% win and a profit, but you can do a loss too. So 0 DTEs are not made for YOLOs, contrary to what Reddit tells you. 0 DTEs are made for small positions. If you want to take a small position, a quick scalp, that's what you do. That's why I elect to go with a shorter DTE, a 2 DTE today. Like my first DTE was 5 days. My second and third DTE was 2 days. Or second and third trade was 2 DTE because I want to capture a little more volatility. And I'll explain all that with the Greeks. The Greeks will help you understand all this. And not only that, because, as long as you understand what the Greeks do and you kind of look at the numbers and see, you don't need to dive deep down into it unless you're going to start doing some high-level trading. But you still need to know what they do because you need to understand what you're buying. You need to understand what each option is. Why I'm choosing. If everyone understood the Greeks, they would answer their own question when they asked me that, which is fine. I didn't know what the Greeks were the first year I traded options. I had no idea what anything was except theta until I started learning about it. Because hey, maybe I need to know what the Greeks are, and now I do. So, and I want to teach y'all how to do that because I don't want you to wait all this time like I did to learn how to do stuff. So, Titan Flow, yeah, thanks, brethren. Thank you. A person who cannot day trade, what's the week looking like for you? If I had to guess, if I was to go to a big old table that says put your money where you think SPY is going to fall, I would say plus or minus $2 from where we are now. I would say an inside chop, $3. Inside chop week. I don't see us going. Maybe we trickle higher. At first I was like, I thought we were going to probably attack all-time highs. I thought we were going to beast up and go all-time highs. But based on today's opening, and you still feel the weight of last week, I would probably say trading sideways. Possibly we close the week lower. Not much. I don't think there's going to be a huge swing. You never know. Either way, I don't like to predict because I don't need to predict. It does me no good to predict what's going to happen Friday, so I try not to. In your case, man, here's what I'm going to do. if I'm in your position and I can't day trade, I'm not holding weeklies. I'm going to hold a little further out. The long-term sentiment is I think we eventually go up to all-time highs. So that's the play I would make. So I think we'll see all-time highs before we head downward. A big downward, unless that's not new. That's news. It's separated from news. So news doesn't count. You can't predict news. You know, if we get into a war, especially with all this crap going on in the Middle East right now with Gaza, you know, if something happens in a war or something like that, you never know what's going to happen. So. So SPY is beginning to climb into the power hour session. What's the sentiment poll at? Right now, 40 of you think it's going to close below 413. 29 of you think it's above 415. And 47 say somewhere around 414. I think that's a smart, well-dispersed vote results. Anyway, it is 2 o'clock. Unfortunately, I do have to jump off here. I got a few things I got to do, a couple meetings. So I will be back on tomorrow morning, bright and early, to get the day rolling again and make some more money. Today we had 3 trades. One of them, 8.8%. I'll take that all day, every day. Very happy about that one. The other 2%. I don't know, another 2%. Who cares? Nothing to shake home, nothing to write home about. But hey, there's still wins. I came out on the day with no red numbers in my account, which is always a win. I don't care how big it is or how small it is. TYSS. So going forward tomorrow, we're going to attack this. We're going to be smart about this. Hopefully we have a little bit more trend day. I would love to have a trend day, another trend day, so we can attack this with vigor and make some money together. If you made some money today, well done. Congratulations. Post that stuff in the testimonials room. Talk about it in the SPY trading floor, so you can discuss what you did wrong, what you did right, what you can do better, what you can keep doing right, and go forth and conquer. Thank you to all those who have supported the Patreon today and the YouTube super chats today. I really appreciate it. It's awesome stuff. That does help this brand grow more and more to bring you more content, stuff that I can roll out for you to make you a better trader. Anyway, I'm Options Millionaire. It is 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. You've got an hour until the market closes. Make the best of it. Make some smart decisions. Don't put yourself in a stupid position where you're banging on your head wishing you didn't. Y'all take it easy. Have a good rest of the day. Ping me if you need anything. I'm out.